Hello, we are here today with 5 brilliant indie games that have come out in the past week for free on itch.io. We hit 50 subscribers last week, which was surprisingly fast. So thanks to every one of you who have subscribed so far. If you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? I make videos like this every Tuesday, and then I make a dev project video every Friday. So there's plenty of content to go around. But that's enough of me, let's jump right into it and see what you guys have come up with in this past week. Our first game today is called Frogmented, uploaded by Bunny. Related Twitter handles I could find were Ethan Goodwin, Lexi Fluff, Jemmyville, Galaxy Royalty, and Nucleic Acid. A charming game that nearly made me throw my keyboard out of the window. Frogmented is reminiscent of games such as Pogo Stuck and Getting Over It, with a cute art style and a frog theme. You start the game as a limbless frog body that can only roll around and use its tongue for movement. But as you progress, you find other frogs who no longer need their limbs, so you recycle them for your own benefit. Each limb you find adds more mechanics to your character controller, allowing the game to steadily increase in difficulty with each new ability from each new limb. The game also lets you customize your character, which is nice. I gave mine rosy cheeks, a snake tongue, and eyelashes. The sound design is wonderful, and the music suits the aesthetic of the game perfectly. Everything comes together really nicely for this game jam game, even with the dark undertones. Really great work by the team who put this together. Shrine 2 is a game by Scumhead, and this game gave me nightmares. It was meant to, I think. Shrine 2 is a retro first-person shooter in which you play as Tusk, the skinless monstrosity, and you find yourself battling through eldritch hordes in a fantastically designed gothic landscape. The sprite work for this game is fantastic. I really like the detail that has gone into all the weapons, and you can really see the attention to detail that has just brought the game to life. Even in the first level, there are enemies that will make you want to just hide under your desk. Well, that is until you realise that Tusk is an absolute badass and can literally tear them to shreds. As you progress through the game, you'll encounter loads of cool new weapons and loads more enemies to fight. Every hack, slash, and shot you unleash during this game will fill you with a primal joy, and so will every minute you spend playing this game. Awesomely scary work by the team that made this. Our next game is Ott by Koliao, and if the other games have been a bit on the impending doom side of things, then have I got just the game for you. Ott is another one of those simple to understand but surprisingly complex puzzle games that is not only thought-provoking but aesthetically pleasing too. Autumn is here, and you must strategically collect all the piles of leaves into little piles of 3. However, you may only push the leaves, and once a pile contains 3 units of leaves, it can't be piled up any further. And whilst this sounds easy to start with, you quickly realise that each new garden or puzzle offers a unique challenge to be solved. You'll quickly find yourself resetting leaves and undoing your whole string of moves in the garden to work out how you've blocked yourself in, or even thinking that the garden is impossible to tidy until you unravel the really clever solution. This game is incredibly elegant, and I think the developers done a brilliant job here. Our next game is Naked Nightmare by Trendy Walnut, and this game got a good laugh out of me. The premise is simple. You're in the middle of class and you realise you have no trousers on. What could be worse? Naked Nightmare has an excellent introduction animation, something that is quite rare to see in a game jam game. This sets up the game nicely and leads you into the gameplay. You run from room to room, trying not to get spotted by the teachers patrolling the hallways because you have no trousers on. And you're searching for keys or anything that could help really, because you have no trousers on. They have some really nice sprite work going on for the player and the environment, along with some really funny voice lines as you progress through the game. They really fit the scenario, and the controls are really solid as well. And it's so rewarding when you get your trousers back at the end of the game. So great job to all who are involved in making this game. Our final game today is The Debug by Samir Khatib. Now, what do I say about this game? The Debug caught me by surprise in a way that I don't think any other games have for a long time. The game is uncanny and lets you know that something is off right from the get-go. This feeling you get then sits there and marinates in your brain as you complete task after task with this turtle bizarrely dancing on your screen. Is he mocking you? Does he just want to dance? You don't know. You keep pressing forwards. The tasks become more intense. You're stressing out now. Your clicks are becoming more frequent and less accurate until game over again. But you know the turtle has more secrets, and you can't help but play again to find out what is really happening. And that's all I'm willing to share with you. The rest you'll have to find out yourself. And in all seriousness, this game is intense, surreal, and perturbing, and is best enjoyed in the middle of the night with the lights off and the curtain still slightly open. Honestly, great job by the developer here. So check that game out and all the other games I've mentioned today. Links are in the description. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Not only do I look for other indie games to suggest to you, but I also make my own. And I have my best video yet coming out on Friday. So I'm sure you won't want to miss that. And then this next weekend, I'll be taking part in Ludum Dare 47. So I'm going to have a couple of videos on that too. Oh yeah, and comment or follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, because I quite enjoy talking to you all. And until next week, goodbye.